Welcome to C-IKNOW, the social network analysis software, brought to you by the Sonic Laboratory at Northwestern University. In this video tutorial, we will give a presentation of the different types of questions that an administrator can choose between when creating a new survey. With this variety of survey questions, you can ensure that the survey you create will record the data you need. There are 19 question types available to create for your survey on C-IKNOW. As seen by this diagram, they are separated by two categories: node attribute questions, which have the ability to ask users to answer questions about themselves, and relational questions, which ask about the user's relationships with others. In this video, we will be talking about the choice, rating, and user attribute questions. First, in order to gain access to the types of questions available, go to the Administration tab in the program, and in there, click on Survey Design. Here, you have the ability to create what kind of questions you want for your survey. To start the first question, click New on the bottom of the page. In addition to the information provided in this video, you can also access the user guide on the C-IKNOW website, which will have even more details about the different question types on page 98. To start your question, first assign it a name, which can be up to 15 characters long. I'm going to call this one Question 1. Now we can choose between the different types of questions. As you can see, there are about 19 to pick from. To remember what each kind of question type is, let's separate them into different categories. Let's begin with node attribute questions, which allow you to find out information about the person taking the survey. The first one we'll do is the contact info question. Under info, I'm just going to write contact info to let the survey taker know what this is for. To choose between what kinds of info you want from the user, go to the Contact Fields tab and click New at the bottom. Here you can see that there are 14 fields to choose from, or if you'd like, you can create your own custom one. I'm going to choose address and phone number. The next node attribute question is the Contact Chooser one, which allows the respondent to choose the users that will show up in the survey questions. This question can be configured based on the kind of groups you want the user to be able to choose from. To choose which groups will see this question, select the group under the tab Respondent Groups. To select the nodes that the respondent will choose from, go to Row Groups tab. This is used so that the respondent will know what users will show up in the survey and can choose between them, to save time from sorting through long lists of users they may not know in future questions. The next categories of questions are choice, rating, and relational attribute questions. While each of these categories help define different sorts of data, they are extremely similar in that they each have three question types that have similar functions. First, there's the normal option question type, which is a simple question and answer. To showcase this, let's take a normal choice question. For other question types, you write the actual question under info. Next, to create the options for the question, go to the Categories tab and click New, and here you can write what you want the different answers to be. I'm going to create a couple options using this, and here's what we get. Then there are multi-option questions, which differ from normal questions in that they allow you to give the user many choice options for one question, creating a sort of question table. Let's use a multi-choice question as our example here. Input whatever answer types, aka the subjects that the question asks about, under Fields. For most of the questions, the Fields tab will be where you put these answers. Then create what choice options you want to have for each category under Text Fields. As you can see here, this gives the administrator the ability to ask just one question instead of multiple smaller ones. The last type of question is the perceived option one, which enables you to ask the user different questions on what they think other users in their group would do. Let's use the perceived choice question as our example. These users are usually organized in groups, and so to choose the ones you want as options for your question, go to the Row Groups tab and place the group under Current Groups. Under the Respondent Groups tab, you can also choose which users actually take this question. So have the Graduates group answer the question. Perceived option questions are just like any normal question and answer, except all the answers are the users in the group. The normal option, multi-option, and the perceived option question types exist for choice, rating, and relational attribute questions. You've already seen how to create choice questions from the ones we made earlier. Here are examples of choice questions, with a normal choice one, a multi-choice one, and perceived choice one. They all ask for an answer about a general subject from the user. Rating questions are ones that ask users to rate something within a given scale. These questions are created in a similar method to choice questions, except that you must input what your scale is. To do this, go to the Scales tab. You can create any range of values or words. So for mine, I will make a scale ranging from often to never. Here are examples of rating questions. The normal rating question has users pick a value on the scale for one answer, while the multi-time perceived rating questions has the user choose values on the same scale for multiple answer types or for other users. This now marks the end of the first part of the 19 question types video. You have gotten to take an in-depth look at node attribute questions, the choice, rating, and user attribute questions specifically. With these questions, an administrator has the ability to ask questions about a user. The next part of the 19 question type series will describe relational questions, which allow the administrator to ask questions about users' relationships. I hope this video has been helpful. Thank you for watching.